I'm gonna begin this by saying that I chose this online community because it had the exposure of over 1.4 million people. If anyone reading this is in or knows someone in Mammoth, Arizona, please contact me immediately via this YouTube username. I also posted this on my website. I run a blog about cold cases, but for some reason I can't see it. I've tried posting it at least 15 times, but I'm not really getting anywhere, so I really hope this post uploads. I live in Mammoth, Arizona, and nothing has ever happened here worth writing about because, well, Mammoth has a population of around 1,500 people. 11 days ago on the 3rd, an older woman who runs the home daycare in my town was found dead in her bathroom by a parent who was picking up his daughter. The kids were all really agitated and told the police that Miss Booker, the deceased, had been yelling at them and bleeding from her eye right before she went to her bathroom and collapsed in her bathtub. Sad and unpleasant, but not really news. But a day later, one of the daycare babies developed a rash and started bleeding from her ear. She died 12 hours later, and so did 8 other kids from that daycare, all with similar symptoms. This started a shitstorm in my town. In a town of 1,500 people, attempts to keep people unaware and calm are an utter failure. It was on Facebook by the following day, and 9 people who had been at the hospital when the kids started trickling in also started exhibiting these symptoms. I'm told none lasted more than a few days. By last Friday, 18 people who had indirect contact with children were reported missing or dead of natural or unknown causes. All had exhibited similar symptoms just before their death. It was at this point that I became directly affected. My sister returned home from Oro Valley, the closest hospital, a complete wreck. She had gone to visit her friend's new baby, and upon arriving, had been informed that both her friend and her baby had died. Everything I just told you was told to her by a frightened nurse. I fact-checked what I could. My sister, understandably, was hysterical. She was speaking a full octave higher than usual and at twice the speed. I have never seen her act like that before. Her shoulders and arms had big bruises, so I thought maybe she'd been in a car accident on her way home. She told me that she didn't know where she had gotten them, so I tried to put her to bed, and she freaked out and started screaming at me that her bedroom was too hot. I took her temperature, which was at 102.8, and I convinced her to go to bed, though. I fell asleep on a couch shortly after, waiting for a call from our friend Emmy. I woke up with my phone going off. I had 7 texts from friends, all reporting the same thing. Entire families were found beaten to death all over Mammoth. Blood, bruises, nails and teeth missing, hair ripped out, all of them. I heard reports of anywhere from 14 to 55 dead bodies, depending on who you were talking to. In a state of complete shock, I did the only thing I could do really well on autopilot. I wrote an article about it from a blog. I made some calls around my city, but my usual contacts weren't picking up. I went to check on my sister, and she was bleeding from her ear, heavily. Between that and the bruising, I started to wonder if these were actually home invasions at all. I called a 24-hour urgent care, but no one was in. I didn't want to risk driving back to Oro Valley, so I tried 911, which also rang endlessly. I called my friend from Oro. She told me that they were reporting NW Medical was running a skeleton crew because most of the medical staff had either called in sick or been found dead in their homes. She said that she had seen tanks in Oro. I woke up the next morning and my sister was gone. I don't know where she is and I'm too scared to go looking for her. I called the CDC multiple times, but every time I call, the same woman answers. The first time she took my statement and she told me she'd get back to me. Every subsequent time I've called, she immediately puts me on hold and never comes back to the line. This morning, my contact with the police department finally called me back. He told me the death toll is incalculable at this point and that they are being iced out by both the state and federal governments, with one exception. 2 people from the CDC showed up yesterday. My contact overheard them talk about Miss Booker's cancer treatment. as if it were relevant. He doesn't know if it is, but he hopes I can make something out of it. Well, I can't. I don't know about Oro, but my estimation for Mammoth itself was around 40 dead after showing the same symptoms. I haven't seen any of this in the news, which I've been watching religiously. Why not? We've been told the safest place for us right now is inside our homes. I haven't seen a car pass down our street in 2 days. And I'm scared, and my sister's still missing, but I'm too afraid to look for her or go into the room she was sleeping in. My hair is falling out from the stress. I've been smoking like crazy, and this morning I noticed a bruise on my arm. I know my immune system is compromised, and I'm too afraid to leave my house. I called my parents in Tucson and left a message, but they haven't called back. The last I heard from my friend in Oro was Saturday morning. She texted me telling me they've been finding bodies laying out in the street. No one's bothering to collect them anymore. I responded, but she never texted back. I'll update more as soon as I can. Anyone in Oro or Mammoth, please contact me. I haven't seen another human in over 2 days, and I feel like the last person on Earth. It's almost 6 here, and a siren has been going off for about 10 minutes. I don't know if it's a tornado siren or an air raid siren, but it's loud and creepy as fuck. I noticed a small bruise on my arm that upon further fucking inspection spreads all the way down one side of my back. I'm so scared. I had a breakdown where I just screamed at the wall, and I cried. There was blood in my tears. That was like an hour ago. To the person calling businesses here, this is not us answering. Our downtown has been shut down all day. I called a couple places where I know the business owners and employees, but the people there who answered are not locals. I don't know what they told you, but they are not from here. I'm going over to the neighbors because be alone anymore, fuck it. It's not like I can get it, because I've already got it. The sirens have me terrified, and the sun is almost down here. My name is Lindsay Allen. I'm 29. I'm from Mammoth, Arizona.